Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's have another good harvest day. Doing a oil check on the combine. She's below the dots. I knew it was getting down there yesterday. We were in the field. It was still on the bottom dot, and today it's a little bit below the bottom one. So since we're at the farm here, I'm gonna throw a little more engine oil in her. Some of you will remember that since we've had this combine new, it's been burning a little bit of oil. It's not as bad as it was the first year or year and a half. But we still do add some. This is probably brings it up to a gallon that I've added since the start of harvest total. It's not a lot. It's not a big deal. But we gotta keep an eye on it. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. So we're pulling into this big block of fields. We got a whole bunch of corn all right here in the same section. It's gonna take us a while to do all of this, but that is okay. So this first field here is 128 acres. It is unlikely that we will finish it today. It's extremely unlikely. Why aren't my grain tank covers open? I already clicked that. Are they going? Yeah, now they're going. Need to wash our rear windows so we can see back there a little better. And the front windows so we can see better there. But, you know, do what you gotta do. So I'm just gonna make a round or two here on the ends, whatever I can do to open it up. And then Phil's gonna take me over to get the grain cart. We left that in the field last night. And then Steve's coming later. He's gonna run combine and we'll have a good day. Well, this corn all looks to be standing much better than the field we were in yesterday, so that's really good. It says it's under 17%. This is a 110-day corn. This one's been a really good hybrid for us. This is not a great farm, so I'm not expecting it to be fantastic, but there'll be some decent stuff out here, and if it's dry, that's gonna help out a ton. All right, Steve's here. He's in the combine. We brought a truck over. We're gonna get started here. So this field, let's see, can I show you the shape of this field? Somewhere I can. No, we gotta get in the right field first. Hang on. Work list. Cancel work list. Come on, pull it up. There we go. Shared. We need to join the work group that the combine created so that we can get our sharing and everything. Come on, load. Seriously? There we go. Now we've got a work group. There's the shape of our field. So we're gonna work these long rows off and we'll pull the trucks off of here, which is up by these ends where we're setting. And then we have a driveway here and a driveway here that we can go this other stuff off the other way because the woods there won't allow us to get out to the road. So there's 128 in this one. I doubt we will finish it today. It'd be a heck of a day if we were able to get that done. Here is the downside of having new operators that just don't have experience. He's doing a great job, but chain jumped off on the auger and it plugged the head up here, so we got to stop and fix this. It'll take a few minutes and then try and work all that through the combine without plugging stuff up. Oh, it's even worse than I thought. Our auger shaft appears to be broken or slid out or something. This is a take her back to the farm repair, it looks like to me. The whole auger shaft is broken. This might be major. Okay, well, those things happen. All right, well, we got to get the combine unloaded so we can fold the grain tank covers down. So we're gonna do that here. We're gonna run it back to the farm. It's gonna be too hard to work on here in the field. This may jeopardize my football watching ability this afternoon. That's a problem for me, but we're gonna have to clean all of that trash out of the head and see what's going on with that auger. They take some shields off and stuff, so yeah, this is not a good one. Yep, it's bad. See that? That's a broken shaft. When I noticed this bolt was crooked and that sprocket is crooked, I said that's not good. All right, we're digging all the crap out of the head. I talked to the one mechanic from my John Deere dealer. There is a removable plug in the end of that auger tube. However, it is welded in place and we will have to grind the welds off and try and dig it out of there. Bang that thing out, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to do. But we'll do what we got to do. I found a replacement plug. The problem is the closest one is 2 hours from here, and so we're going to have to go and get it. All right, there's our auger. Let's not hit the light poles. Now we got to work on that end there. We have ground all the welds all the way around there. I ground out the spot welds as best I could. Let's see if we can persuade it to move a little bit. We'll go the wrong way first, but once it's broke free, it should move easier after that. It moved! That wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Okay, now we got to make it move the other way. I think the easiest thing to do is probably going to be to weld something on there. That or drill it. But drilling's going to take longer than just welding something on that we can pull from. So we're going to do that. I'm going to grind this edge smooth so it'll pull out the end there real quick, and then we'll get it out of there. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. It's not as substantial of a piece. The outside's there. I thought it was going to be like cast, and it's not. And my welding skills, while not good, they were good enough to get that out. So, all right, well, now we just wait for the other piece, which is 3.5 hours away from here, well, before it's going to get back to here. So I looked on our dealer's website, and they had 3 of them at 3 different locations. Closest one, which is 2 hours and 5 minutes from here. So I called another dealer that we are also close to. They had none at any of their locations, and they were able to look and check other dealers, and they said that these ones, that the dealer that we normally work with, were the closest ones. So Phil is on his way to get them, but it's gonna be a while. Nothing we're gonna do about that, so I guess we'll go eat lunch. Well, when Phil gets back with the new one, we'll get it slid into there and weld everything back up, and it's going to cost us most of today if we get running at all this afternoon or evening. So it is what it is. We'll clean up these ears and just throw everything back in the head once we get it running. But frustrating. So I told Steve he might as well go home. There's no reason for him to wait around here all day when we're barely going to get anything done anyway. So we should go get that truck. I'm going to do that. Well, we went and watched the Buckeye game. They played pretty well. I don't know about giving up 2 touchdowns in the first half, but hey, what are you going to do? A win is a win. Phil should be back in 45 minutes to an hour with that piece. Basically got everything done on there that we can do until we get the part. So Dad took the ripper down to Berkey, brought the 7520 home. That's nice. We can spread some more fertilizer now. I don't think I'm going to do that right now, but we could. Well, we've got our new part. We got it put in there. My $5 an hour welds should hold it in place. Time to put the auger back in the head. Putting shields back on. That's a good sign. Okay, she is all back together. I think we are good to go. We're going to go across the road into some corn stalks there and fire the combine up and test everything. Slow speed here, make sure. And then we have a whole backhoe bucket full of ears and stuff that we picked out of the head that we're going to try and run through the machine. So that'll be fun. Well, the auger's turning. We're going to close our deck plates all the way. Tilted the head back all the way. Never fed a combine with a backhoe before. Dump it all in at once, it'll plug everything up. Cool. Four bushels. There was 4 bushels in there, it says. I was driving back over here. We got a big old pile of ears I want to throw in the head before Dad runs them over. And there's a deer standing there eating them. Where's the hunters at? Dang it. Back in business. Good deal. Well, we're not going to get as much done today as I had hoped to, but that's okay. If we can get, say, 30 acres done here in this field today, then we should be able to get close to finishing it tomorrow. 40 acres, and we can almost for sure finish it tomorrow. So that would be good. Say goodbye to our late sunsets. It is 6:15, and we still got bright sunshine. Tonight's the time change, so that's going away here real fast. But I actually like working in the dark and with the lights on, so it doesn't bother me. And I hate it when I wake up at 7 a.m. and the sun is still down, it's still dark. So I appreciate this time change and going back to standard time. Working his way over towards those electric poles, but it's easier to unload over here where we're away from them. So I think this corn is fairly decent. A lot of those ears that we picked out of the head there were massive ears. Like that looked really good. Now some of the end rows were not so good. Let's see. We've got about 15 acres done so far. It says we're up to 184 average, but that'll climb pretty quickly if this corn's as good as the ears make it look like it is. It was a good hybrid. It's got a really big flex ear on it. You can keep the populations down, and it'll make the ear size much bigger than some other hybrids would. So that's why we like it. Well, that's part of the reason why we like it. It's been a really good one. This is 10L16. Well, it's about 8 o'clock. It got dark here, and Dad has decided, I think we're going to be done. Although another truck just showed up. I don't know if he was anticipating that. It's not going to be full, but so what? So we're gonna, probably just this round, call it a night. Didn't get a lot done today. It happens. 32 acres. Okay, well that's what I was hoping to get done, was 30 acres. So I guess that's good. 33 acres. Well, this one may be a little short because we didn't have that much going on for a large portion of the day, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to shell corn tomorrow afternoon. Sounds like Dad's going to stick around, so he can run the combine. I'll be grain carting again. Monday, maybe Monday I'll get back in the combine if Brock's back around. But yeah, have a great night. Good weekend. See you tomorrow.